What we gonna do right now is go back, way back. Shake, give me your friend. Hey, come on, hey, come on, come on, shake, come on, shake, come on, give me your friend. Hey, hey, come on, because they do the round. Fat girls like do the round. Woo. Fat girls, let me see you grind. Woo. Fat girls just doing their own thing right there with the fat thing. And the fat girls just shaking them thighs. Fat girls don't make count rock.
Excuse me.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash?
Bitch like that girl, hit the ground, hit it up, and you hear that sound. Fat girl just looking so sweet. Fat girl don't make you eat them. Fat girl just shake it, don't breathe. Big girl, let me see you do a spin. Let go, let me see you touch the ground. Shake it out, take shot, back down. Top me is in the house, burn it all back. Work it, work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 big girls like you around. Fat girl, keep going, don't quit. Fat girl, just move the damn hip. Fat girl, get down, don't stop. Fat girl, wanna see the pop. Shake it, stop, fat girl, shake it fast. Fat girl, nigga, wanna see that. Fat girl, bounce like a pro. Fat girl, don't know what you know. Fat girl, shake, see you rip through what? On the web, what's hard, part two. Looks in the house, y'all know the game. Fat girl, don't have no shame. Shake that back, bounce to the beat. Fat girl, shake it, jiggle at me. St. Louis, back to the top. Like I like to do the ride. Work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 big girls like you around. Hey, 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 more hey. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 more hey. Big girls like you around. Shake, work, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake. To the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground.
Now sick of this. Now I want to show y'all a real show with the big girls.
Oh, fat girl, part 3. Can't hang with 100% beat. Fat girl, know the happen, don't quit. Fat girl, run like you own it. Put your hands on your hips and grip it. Nothing new, I'm loose like it off the that. Fat girl, bring the crew to top the climb. If not, I'ma pull the business down. Fat girl, bounce hot, stop tripping. If you do, get chicken and hot bitch. With a lot of rock, come to the night speed. I really shit, get the dead in the world cheese. Bounce fat girl, show the boys a shot. Let me see if the fat or not. Don't put fat girl, y'all like the damn let you out. Let me see y'all do the rap.
I'm serious. Where you are? Not ever. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing?
Big girl, 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 big girl.
Oh, but I ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your beat is so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass. 3. Okay. No, not that. We're not going to do that. One, two, three, four, testing. I'm sorry, people. We're having. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure you should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me in the chat? I'm sorry. I've changed locations and my regular people who work with me are not here. So you should be able to hear me now. Put in the chat that you can hear me. This is amazing. All indications says you can hear me, but for the most part, I'll check myself. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let me go here. I can't hear you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. One, two, three, four. Can you hear me now? Ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, you can hear me now. I checked.
All right, I'm sorry. We got some technical difficulties with the audio. I am in a new location, but once again, I want to thank you all. Let me do it all over again. I want to thank you guys for being on the show, coming into the show. We've been off for about a week because I had to go with the Lil Bambino to Orlando. I had to go with the Lil Bambino to Orlando and be able to watch his baseball games. So it took me out of the show. So we were off about a week, and then during the week I ended up getting a freaking cold. So you add that with the situation, and that's what we got, and that's what we have. We're right here. We're sitting here live and doing the show. We got technical difficulties. We're straightening them up. Hopefully you guys can hear everything. On top of it, I got a cold, but let's get right into it. Listen, we got a great show today. We're talking about all kinds of different things. We're talking about Donald Trump, 25 billion. I can't see you. Really? You can't see me. I don't believe that is the case, Miss Strawberry, because here it is, Miss Strawberry. You must be got jokes right now. Let me just say this right here. There you go. See, I'm gonna show you something here. This is how I check to see if you can actually see me. See, you can see me on here. It's a little dark because my screen is dark, and I'm on here. Oh, thank you, Dwight. Strawberry is having issues with her computer. I may need to just leave the whole chat alone, but for a minute right now. But thank you guys for joining the show. I want to thank you all who are on Facebook, my Facebook fan page. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. Also, over at my YouTube page, Uncle Luke TV. Make sure you can go over to Uncle Luke TV, like, share, and subscribe. Join the clan over there. Join the clan over there, man. We got a lot of good content. We keep updating a lot of great content on there also. And also on my Instagram and Twitter, that's Uncle Luke Real One on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter better known as X. We'll keep it like that. But I want to thank you guys for joining the show today. We got a lot of things to discuss. I got a very short time to do it. We are here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every now and then I'll change the schedule, but then it will still be the schedule at 5 p.m. The show will air, and then it will air throughout the entirety of the day in the next morning. And then we'll do live shows, brand new shows on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My schedule changes a lot because I'm running for Congress, as you know. And then I got the Lil Bambino with all of his baseball schedules and everything like that. But you will get the show at the time that I say you get the show. But every now and then you'll get a live version of the show before the show actually is supposed to be aired at 5 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thank you guys for joining us today. We are live currently right now. And we got a beautiful show. We got Donald Trump asking for $200 billion. We got Coach. I want to know if y'all feel like this coach jumped in this girl's face, and whether it was cool to do or whether it's not. I have my opinion. I'll share that with you all, but I want to know what your guys' opinion is, and I want to know whether or not you feel like we should be giving $200 million to the war. Then we got another situation where we got a crisis with TSA. Here's the deal, and I'll start right there. This is the deal with TSA. Okay. The Republicans want to change the voting rights. The Democrats don't. The Republicans want to disenfranchise women. They want them to change. They want them to change their ID. They want their ID to match with the birth certificate. They want the birth certificate to match with the and half of these ladies. Let's keep it a buck. Half of these ladies got married. They got married, and the birth certificate says one thing. The passport says another thing. They want them to go sit down and change all those things to be able to go and vote. The Democrats ain't having that. Look, come in there with your ID, with your driver's license. If you have a passport, that's fine. But they want you to change all that in order to go vote. So basically, they're trying to disenfranchise all these women because they got Epstein issues. They figure most women are not going to vote for them because they're looking at them a different kind of way. Women are not going to pretty much vote for you if you have been allegedly in a vicinity of little girls. And so that's the whole thing that you have with the Epstein files. And then you got this big ass distraction of a war in Iran, capturing of Venezuela president. You got all these things going on at the same time, a bunch of distractions. Then you got TPS, temporary status for legal immigrants, where when Mr. President originally ran, his thing was, I'm going to get the worst criminals out of the country. These are illegal immigrants, and they're in our country, and they're doing all these different things to our people, and they're harming them in the MS-29 and all these gangs. I'm going to get them out of the country. Now it's all boggled down to Haitians, Somalians, and Venezuelans. That is what, don't take my word, that's what's on the books right now for Donald Trump. That is what he is. He has appealed to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will hear the case whether or not they're going to take these people temporary status away. That's what it boggles down to. So it's no more, the Cubans ain't added into it because he knew he was going to lose a whole bunch of Cuban votes. He had Marco Rubio, Cuban. He has Carlos Jimenez, Cuban congressman, and all these people in Little Havana and Darrell, but they still face an issue because a large part of those people who voted for them down there in Miami-Dade County were Venezuelans. So a little community called Darrell, Venezuelans filled up down there. Now, why is he messing with these three groups? What's the point of messing with these three groups? They started off in the beginning, J.D. Vance, and talking about Haitians. Started off talking about Haitians. And the lone Haitian representative that you had in Congress never said nothing. Nobody never said nothing because everybody was so busy worrying about if I do say something, I'm scared he might deport me or my family members. So they leave these people out to dry, and that's one of the main reasons why yours truly, Uncle Luke Campbell, is running for Congress. Because in my district, CD 20, Congressional District 20, which it covers Broward County, Riviera Beach, some parts of Palm Beach County, and Belglade, Pahokee, and South Bay. Now, mind you, those are the places where majority of your Haitians are located. Almost 30,000 of those people. They are the migrant workers. They are the people who are going out to the fields and picking all of the produce for the entire southeast quarter of this country. So now they get this pass and go and lock those people up. You think your prices are going up at the pump and at the grocery store. It's going to go up more because there are not going to be any people to go out there and pick the watermelons and pick the grapefruits and pick the tomatoes and pick those different things in Belglade, Pahokee, and South Bay. That is the issue. What's going on now? I don't know what the hell going on with the Venezuelans. Now we already know they went after Somalians in Minnesota. They want to say Somalians are scammers. They want to say all these different groups are scammers, and they want to get rid of these three different groups out of the country. So it's not about getting the worst of the worst and the gang members and the criminals out of the country. It's about targeting certain groups of people and kicking them out. That is what it is. They will never target Black people. You can't do that because we're too much entrenched in the military and in law enforcement. So they'll try and pick us off one or two at a time, throw you in jail, come up with some conspiracy theory of you and you and you. And that's what you're dealing with. So in the meantime, man, you wonder why it's a Cuban thing? Why is it a Cuban thing? Why are we messing with Cuba? We just took the Venezuelan president. Why are we messing with Cuba? Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to keep it a buck. Let me just keep it a fucking buck. There's been always this thing of Cubans in Miami feeling like they got evicted from Cuba, kicked out of the country, moved to Miami. Castro took their land. If you know anything about Cuba, Cuba is a predominantly black island. There are not too many black Cubans, what they call Afro-Cubans, hopping on a boat, coming to Miami for freedom. No, it's mainly the white Cubans who are pretty much Spaniards. And so it was widely said that the black Cubans kicked the white Cubans out, put them in jail. They ended up in America. And here what you have, they then settled on Miami and pretty much took over Miami. And that is what you have. So that group of people have always been wanting to go back to Cuba and reclaim their land. Now, whether Castro did it or not, if he did that and he took those people's land, they rightfully so deserve to get their land back. No question about it. If that's what happened, then those people should be able to go back over there and get their land back. So then now, last week, the administration wanted to say, hey, look, we're going to be doing business with the island of Cuba, and Cubans can go over there and do business with Cuba. They've already been doing that. It's not going to fly. I'm just saying. I know my history. Batista was the president. Castro overthrew Batista. Cuba was a place similar to the Bahamas. Before the Bahamas was people were going to party and entertain at Cuba. All your black entertainers would go over there. That would be the hot spot. America had a great relationship with them, and then Castro came and hijacked the country and then started putting a lot of people in jail. And then they had the bad pigs. Those individuals ended up getting put out of the country, ended up over here in America, settled on Miami, then basically took over Miami. This is what you have. So Castro started off talking about I'm gonna get rid of Cubans and all that. Marco Rubio was like, yo, you got chill. They're my peoples. Carlos Jimenez, yo, you got chill. That's why you don't hear that anymore. Now you hear more about we're gonna go and take over the island of Cuba. So yes, they're doing this right now. They took over Venezuela. Venezuela was sending the oil to Cuba. Cuba is an ally of Russia. Russia probably is going to send some aid to Cuba, and that's when we're going to have another Mexican standoff in the ocean out here. I don't know how many wars we can fight, and we'll be fighting a war right on the coast of where I live at, because Russia is going to send some aid over there. They've been a long ally of Cuba. It's just a matter of them sending them ships over there to help those people out. Now, should we have a relationship with Cuba? Yes, we should. You remember a long time ago, Barack Obama got on an Air Force One and flew to Cuba, opening up the relationships with Cuba. Donald Trump comes in, become president, shut the relationships down. You're Black Cuban? Okay, you understand. It's Afro-Cuban. Let me tell you something. My great-great-great-grandmother is Cuban. My dad met my mother in Cuba. Most people don't know that. So that's how that works, because everybody was going to party in Cuba. But at the same time, look, I'm for peace for everybody and everywhere, whether it's Venezuela, whether it's Cuban, whatever the hell it is. I'm for peace for every, but I don't believe in making people suffer for regime change. And that seems like the ideal of what we're doing right now. You took the oil from Venezuela, and it becomes a human rights thing, because we've been the country that went and fought because people were in violation of their human rights. Dictators were violating the human rights of different people, whether it was, and we went in and we took them people out. And we as Americans, like, hell yeah, go get them out of there. But we don't operate like that. We don't make a country suffer because we want to be able to go over there and hijack the country. I really don't believe in that. I believe in diplomatic procedures. whatever Obama started, because again, if it's Obama, then Trump is not going to be on that. But to have people suffer and have people with no lights because they were getting it all from Venezuela, and now they're not getting that all from Venezuela. If you know that those people are getting all from Venezuela and you hijack the all from Venezuela, then get them people the all. Let them people live. Let them people not have to live in a situation where they can't feed their families, where this lady got to say this.
¡Patria y vida, carajo! ¡No aguanto más! ¡Miren cómo estamos!
Señora, cuidado.
¡Me tienen pasando hambre! ¡No puedo más! ¡No puedo! ¡Patria y vida! ¡No quiero morirme así!
I don't know if y'all were able to hear that. I don't know if y'all were able to hear that. I couldn't on my end. Is that my friend Ricky Jackson? I'm coming to Pahokee. Ricky, as soon as I get this cold off of me, whenever you want me over there, this is my good friend Ricky Jackson, Hall of Famer. That's a Hall of Famer right there in the chat. And we coming over there. That's who I'm working with to get elected over there. This guy, Ricky Jackson right here, Hall of Famer, played for the New Orleans Saints, played for the San Francisco 49ers. In my theater, my regular Luke studio, in my regular theater, there's a big old picture of Ricky Jackson jersey up in there when he played for the 49ers, 57. My good friend. That is the guy, the champion of Belgrade Pahokee, in that whole muck area there. He's been there forever. He never left, and he always support his people, and we're going to do some great things over there. As soon as I get off this podcast, I'm going to call you up, Rick, and we're going to discuss the day I need to come over there. But yeah, so these are the things that are going on into the world. I don't know where y'all were able to hear that. What's up, Reggie Jackson? Oh, that's Reggie Jackson. Yeah, I'm coming over there. I thought that was Ricky Jackson. That's Reggie Jackson. Yes, the 49ers. What you talking about, Smith? You don't know nothing about the 49ers. But moving on to other things, ladies and gentlemen, check this out right here. People were saying, and I don't know if y'all can hear these clips. People were saying, Luke, they saw Afro Man. So Afro Man got, you know the situation. What happened? Let me just tee it up. If you don't know, if he was hiding up under a rock. The police officers allegedly went in Afro Man's house. He got cameras everywhere, and they were raiding his house and going all through his things and everything like that. And so one of the police officers started eating pound cake. So Afro Man made a record about the pound cake. So then the police officers eventually ended up doing what? They sued him. Oh, we're pain and suffering and things like that. And so everybody kept saying, hey, Afro Man, Luke, this is right out of your book. This is right out of your book, what Afro Man did. You're right. It is definitely right out of one of my books, because there's a way you use the law to your benefit with a little humor, because everybody's so serious in this country. And when you use the law and you put a humor in it, then people make people think, say, like there was one lawyer at one time, you'll probably hear this come up in my campaign for Congress, because I'm pretty sure they're going to get dirty. It was like, yo, Luther Campbell paid a lawyer in pennies. Well, last time I checked, pennies are U.S. currency. I thought the lawyer was being a penny pinching lawyer. And so I paid him in pennies. And so this is like right out of the Luke book of Afro Man. Y'all check this out if you didn't see it.
You guys gotta watch this. This is a gem from. This is a gem, dude.
Officer Pound Cake?
This is a gem.
Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times. You saved hundreds of pound cakes at work.
He plays 11 Pound Cake song. The reactions are the best. Watch this.
Defense Exhibit D.
Dude, the sound system in the courtroom is just bumping too. It's like blasting, dude. Watch when it kicks on. It's crazy. Hold on. Okay. Check this guy. This guy starts vibing, and then these girls back here are just watching. They start cracking up.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims.
He starts vibing. Afro-Man's vibing. And then there. That's a peak experience right there, dude.
It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his guap. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. Munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. He's an Adams County sheriff. He's hungry and he's big as hell. He was sniffing for weed. Then he smelled another smell. What was that?
Is it?
Mama's lemon pound.
Dude, I think the plaintiff's lawyer starts vibing for a second too.
They made the sheriff wanna put down his gun.
Hey, that's the funniest shit ever. That is listen, man. Just imagine. What I'm more upset about. It should have been more people in the courtroom. I'm upset that it's not more people in the courtroom. That's classic shit. Those people back there, the two girls in the back, they just died. I know the judge had to be up in there like, oh my God. I would never think I would be presiding over a case like this. You talking about funny. You actually went, police officers, and sued this man and had to get on the stand and talk about the lemon pound cake that you ate while you were in the house. That should be robbery or something. He robbed him for the cake. Cake. You can't, it's almost like if you're investigating and going in somebody's house, you take jewelry or take money that's on the table and put it in your pocket. If I'm an Afro man, I would seriously be bringing up charges on them. You took my possession, which was my lemon cake, and you're sitting up here caking for money? No capping. I can't make this shit up. You gotta have some humor in this. You gotta have some humor in this world here, man. I mean, hey, but I'm flattered by the correlation of Afro Man and me and them trying to make us. I mean, it is some shit. Trust me. They come busting my house, doing all kind of wild shit. Somebody, I got all these cameras running around here, and I go to end up putting this damn. You go to drinking my beer in the refrigerator, which I don't even drink beer. I'm gonna make a damn song out your ass. You bet your bottom dollar that's what I'm gonna do. But speaking of making the songs, hey, look, there was a situation going viral over the weekend where this young lady was at this player for the basketball team, and her coach got up in her face and was like, you're better than this, you're better than this. And I want to know what y'all opinion on this, because it's been going viral. A lot of people had a bunch of different takes on it as to should the coach been in her face at that moment, how did that look? It's a white lady and a young black girl. And so people looking at it like that, let me just say this, but I'm gonna just play the clip and y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Y'all tell me how you feel about it. Here we go.
This is just a short time ago.
So what do you think about that clip? I mean, y'all saw it. The coach was in the girl's face, at the half court line when she came off. She basically was telling her, "You're better than this. You're better than this." There was a similar clip of another. There was a similar clip to a black coach telling a little white girl on the bench, "You're better than this. I believe in you. I trust you. I love you. I know you." And it didn't get as much attention as this. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just keep it about. It didn't get as much attention as this. Now, this got attention. Is it because of the world we live in right now today is so toxic? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Because of the world we live in today. But it shouldn't be the same. It shouldn't be the case. The bottom line is the young lady that's coaching. Now let me put my Uncle Luke coaching hat on. That happens all the time. These coaches, whether it's the black coach or the white coach, with the white lady, the black kid, white kid, whatever it is, we coach. There are old school coaches that coach kids hard. There are coaches who have passive aggressive. You see the NFL, you see all these little baby face coaches who ain't never did nothing in their life, but then the teams give them the job. You're not going to get that. That's why you got the results you got with Mike McDaniels, who's probably a genius at calling offenses and knowing the schematics, the mad scientists. But he ain't finna get in no big old 300-pound defensive lineman, 6'6" face like this, and tell him and get in his shit about what his roles and responsibility is as a football player. So you have old school coaching. You have new school coaching. Some of the coaches going to coach a person hard. That's the difference. It's coaching hard and coaching soft. You know, where I'm from is hard coaching. It's hardcore coaching. We have grandmothers at our park, Liberty City Optimist, Hadley Park, where if you don't coach some kids hard, the grandmama on the side of the fence will be like, "Get in this shit, coach. Get in this shit. Don't let him get away with that. Don't let him talk any kind of way." So you have parents who expect hard coaching, but then again, you have parents who don't expect hard coaching. So I can assume, I can understand a large amount of people looking at this and they have been, "Oh, it's too hard," because they're daycare coaches. They're the daycare parents. They're the parents who think everybody should get a trophy. Now, I'm not going to discredit y'all, but listen, coaching is you push buttons on every player. That coach lived, breathed, recruited, coached, know the buttons to push on that young lady to get her going. Same thing with the black lady coach who did the same thing with the little white girl. They lost, but it was a hell of a moment because we as parents, we expect that. My son plays sports. I've coached for 30 years, and I can tell you one thing. I've been tough. I'm considered a tough coach. My kids, and a lot of them are grown men. A lot of them will be grown men. A lot of them are in college right now. They hated me until they realized when they became parents, the importance, value that I put installed in them. And they would come, "Coach, man, I just want to tell you I love you. I'm happy that you were so tough on me because I understand I'm a parent. I'm a coach. I understand you wanted me to be better. You wanted me to be great." They understand it later on down the line. They don't necessarily understand it right then. But then again, some players, some parents, they want you to push the kids. Some of them, I had a kid one time, I would coach him hard. That didn't trigger him. That did not get him to play good. His name was Brown. That did not get Brown to play good. Because Brown, when you really look up at the makeup of it, because coaching is 90% mental and 10% physical. You got to be damn near shrink to coach sports because you got to be able to connect with the different players. And I'm pretty sure the young lady that you just saw in the clip, She could probably be the lackadaisical, and you got to jump in her shit to then make her go, okay, all right, since she'll play when she's mad. She'll play when she's mad at the coach. She'll play at a very high level. You got to know your players. To see, these coaches know their players. And sometimes you got to get them to, you're better than this. This is not you. This is not you. You're better than anybody out on that court. And those are the things that you have to relate to your players in certain moments. You know, it could be in the middle of a game. It could be in the locker room. It could be walking to the tunnel. It could be going to the field. You have to push those buttons, and I understand that. I've done that numerous times, many times, and got players to play at a very, very high level. And at the end of the day, they feel happy about it, whether it's in the locker room, whether it's pregame, whether it's, you know, oh, you're looking around and all that. We doing a big old speech, and you looking into the eyes of all of them, and they look like they're ready to go out there and unalive everybody. And then you got one, the main player, he all in la la land. He didn't grab his telephone. At that moment, you got to go off. At that moment, you got to go off. And if it goes off, if you don't deal with it then you have to deal with it on the court. You have to deal with it on the football field. So that's basically what you have there. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's either hard coaching or soft coaching. And if you want your child to be coached by a soft coach, go to that practice, look at the practice, see the coach running a daycare with lollipops and giving gummy bears out. And if that's what you want, take your kid over there. Other than that, if you want them to go get some hardcore coaching, then you go find some old head coach, and he gonna give them to them blood raw, and he gonna get their ass going. But speaking of getting them going, I got to go back to this. Donald Trump just got me on all levels. Listen to this.
Sanctions on 140 million barrels of Iranian oil. The U.S. lifted sanctions on Iran. So just to be clear, the administration is now allowing Iran, the country that it is at war with, to sell its oil, make money, and almost certainly use that money in its war against the U.S. Why?
Dan, I think you have to tell the rest of that story. That's a little bit misleading.
Please.
The measure is targeted towards oil that's already out there on ships, already out there in storage, and to the previous question, is very temporary to basically defeat the Iranian strategy of driving energy prices so high, causing pain on consumers all the way, all over the world,
and money won't go into their coffers?
That much of that oil and that illicit oil is already out there. It's already out there in the system. So we're going to allow it to go in a temporary basis to some of our allies like India, Japan, and others, so that this strategy from Iran, the Iranian regime, doesn't work. And by the way, this is a president who put maximum pressure on the Iranian regime in his first term. It was lifted by Biden in this, Iran deal 2.0 attempt that Biden put in place. President Trump, as his second national security measure, put that maximum pressure back on. Their currency is tanking. Their foreign currency reserves are tanking. The thing the regime cares about the most is control.
I'm sorry, I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. These people get asked a straight question, and they give you so much of a bullshit answer. It's like disrespect for the dictionary. It's like they could just make anything up. Listen, it's like you can make a case for anything. And these are what you consider lawmakers. You can make a case for anything. That's clearly what it is. It's simple. You're allowing the Iranians to sell the oil that they have. We are allowing them to sell the oil. They're going to get the money. And what you think they get ready to do with the money? What you think they get ready to do with the oil? If I'm Iran, I'm in a big ass war with United States and Israel. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to say this oil for some weapons, for some drones, for some fighter jets. I don't want no money right now. I'm in a full-fledged war. I'm going to give you the oil. In return, I need weapons. I need more guns to shoot these people and fight these people. I need more. I don't need the money right now. Give me this in return of the money. Whatever the value of the oil is, I need that to be able to go and unalive some Americans. That don't make no damn sense what this guy said. And the first thing they do, they want to pivot to Joe Biden news, Joe Biden news, Joe Biden fault. You talk about something. I can't say what I want to say because my people say, oh, Luke, you just don't curse too much. Say what you're going to say, but don't curse too much. So, again, that's some bitch shit. You're going to allow these people to then do what? Sell the oil to these different countries? Because you done cut a deal with these countries here? Oh, you'll get your oil because we don't want your lights to get cut off over there. We don't want you to be suffering. We're going to give you oil so you can stand down and don't get involved with the war. But them people, you already know the people is doing what? They're buying their weapons from them. And they're telling them, no, we don't want the money. Just give us the weapons in return for whatever money that you were going to give us for the actual oil. It don't make no sense. These people here will sell you anything, and it's sad. These mega people just sit there and go for anything. They just make shit up. And people keep asking me, oh, Luke, why are you running for Congress? Why am I running for Congress? Why am I running for Congress? Because people make shit up. And I need to bring resources to a district that has been underserved. A lot of here, Lake Sunrise, Tamarack, Riviera Beach, Belle Bay, Pahokee, South Bay. Those people have been underserved. And so here we get ready to spend $200 billion on a war. Mind you, we got a homeless issue in all over America, including area in my district, which is Riviera Beach. You got a homeless issue everywhere. You got homeless issues all over the place. You got people being displaced. People need affordable housing. You can't go into no war. You can't get nobody $200 billion worth of anything without having your house. That's like ass backwards. Make it make sense. Let's dummy it down. Oh, yeah, well, we need to be going over there and fighting the war. For what? Because nobody can answer the question. You got to take care of home first. You got seniors getting kicked out of their house right now in freaking Tamarack and in Sunrise because they are getting price gouged by the insurance companies in this state. Sorry ass Ron DeSantis ain't did nothing about these insurance companies. None of them people in the Republican Party who control the House and the Senate in the state of Florida. Nothing they did about it. They ain't gonna cut no deal with no insurance company to come and insure the people, the great people of Florida. They just let the prices go up, skyrocket. People losing their houses every day. You gotta make a decision. Okay, I'm retired. So are you really retired in Florida? I got a house. I paid my house off. Well, if you paid your house off, that means you didn't pay your insurance off. You still got to pay the damn insurance. Really? You got to pay the insurance. So now the insurance damn near mortgage. But you retired, you're getting a retirement check from the government and your retirement check that you're getting from where you retired from. You retired. You don't have no mortgage, you just pay light bill, you pay. And now people got to make the decision whether they're going to take what? They're going to take their check for their medication. I got a prescription. Do I pay for my prescription? Or do I buy food? Or do I pay the insurance to keep my house? Half of them people over there getting foreclosed on their house. Man, this shit is real. So they all ask me, oh, look, why are you running for Congress? Oh, no, I'm running for Congress to straighten out, to make the quality of life better in Broward and in Palm Beach. That's what I'm doing. And when I do that and the things that I'm going to do in my district, the rest of the country with a lot of these other sorry ass congressmen and women who are sitting on their butt, running around in a fashion show, not doing anything for their district. They're going to look at my district, and I want you all to look at our district and say, man, I want the same things that Luke is doing for his district. Because you can bet your bottom line, the kids in this district will have jobs year round. That's what I'm going to be fighting for. When somebody's trying to prevent me from bringing the money back to my district and giving these families small business loans and giving these families stuff to deal with this damn high price insurance and to deal with the high costs of gas and food and all that. When they get in my way, the first thing they're gonna be like, man, that damn Luke went over there to the White House, knocked on the door, they ain't let him in. No, hey, boss, y'all getting in the way of what I'm trying to do for my people here in my district. I don't know about all the rest of this shit. I'm just keeping it a buck. I do this, and that. I'm gonna go get it. I'm about business. So I run business. I'm not about to joke. You're not gonna come run up in my district and then start taking the Haitian people in my district and deporting them when they work in the fields. Really? Really? Is that what we're gonna do? Really? Yeah, they could do it with one of them other jokers. They allow them to get elected. Listen to them. But that's when I'm gonna be on the TV talking shit. Playing no games with these people, man. Look at this right here. Speaking of games.
Private terminal medical diagnosis of a sitting House Republican, Congressman Neil Dunn.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. President. Congressman Neil Dunn of Florida had some real health challenges, and it was very serious, and had a pretty grim diagnosis. And I mentioned it to the president, and I said, Congressman Dunn is a real champion and a patriot because he's still coming to work. And if others got this diagnosis, they would be apt to go home and retire. And
what was the diagnosis?
It was, I think it was a terminal diagnosis.
He would be dead by June.
Okay, that wasn't public, but yeah, okay. That's it was grim. That's what I was going to say.
You just heard it there. The president forcing Speaker Mike Johnson to reveal the private medical diagnosis of a sitting House Republican. In all my years covering D.C., I've never seen anything like it.
This man, wow. This man, over the weekend, said, Miller, he happy he did. He just said a Republican congressman will be dead by June. It's crazy. Glow, you say unreal? This man, wow. Some people say don't take him serious. Some people say take him serious. But the shit that this man said, this man, the president of the United States of America. And, oh, he'll be dead by June. He'll be unalive by June. What? So he's really worried about how many people will be available to vote on the items that he needs to get voted on. So basically, hey, go find a replacement for him. There's going to have to obviously be a special election. June. They know the midterms is happening in August. So you want to cap this man, wow. A sitting congressman who supported you for the longest. You got one guy who you say didn't support you that raided your house and all that. I can understand you being mad about it, but look, take the house. We can't take this. We can't tell this dude to take no house. This dude, wow. Oh, he'll be there by June. Go find somebody else. I need to get my agenda passed. I don't need to be getting impeached. I need you to go find Mike Johnson. Get on your job. Mike Johnson is the softest motherfucker ever. There's no pushback. Nothing. It is bananas. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. Speaking of making it up, listen to this craziness here.
In its own way, for tourism and everything else, it's a beautiful island. Great weather. They're not in a hurricane zone, which is nice for a change, They won't be asking us for money for hurricanes every week. But I think Cuba see the end. You know, all my life I've been hearing about the United States and Cuba. When will the United States do it? I do believe I'll be having the honor of taking Cuba. That'd be good. That's a big honor.
Taking Cuba.
Taking Cuba in some form, yeah. Taking Cuba. I mean, whether I free it, take it, I think I could do anything I want with it. You want to know the truth? They're a very weakened nation.
This man said, I'm going to take the country. This man said, I'm going to take the country. I'm going to go G the country. I'm going to go take that shit. I'm going to take y'all. I told y'all this on the podcast. How many years? How long ago when I started doing this podcast this year? I told y'all this man is on some gangster shit. When he parked them ships outside of Venezuela, I said he's going to do something. He's going to take some shit. When he parked, he still got them same ships out there. I'm going to go take that. Fuck that. He sends the people in. He sends his son-in-law and Marco in to negotiate. By then, they're just going in there telling you, hey, look, man, this is the last ditch effort. We called you on the phone, tell you to send that money, send that all. You told us, fuck y'all. We're going to come over here and make it look good for the camera. We're going to get a picture that we sitting up here with diplomatic efforts, but them ships on the way. And we did not send them ships out to your front door. It's almost like some gangsters. It's almost like if you've been in dialogue with the gangsters on the phone and y'all been talking and trying to work it out, and then it ain't been worked out, then the gangster get to the point where he gonna park all the gangsters outside your house. He didn't call every gangster, hey man, we gotta go to this dude's house. It ain't nothing good for to come out about. No, it's not good for to come to that. If they bring all the ships outside of your door, you done told them already you ain't trying to play ball. So they went in the last ditch effort. Hey, look at man, we got all these ships out here, man. What we gonna do? I got all the boys out there, man. They thirsty, man. The natives need to be fed. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna? This your last ditch effort. When I hit that dope, and I ain't got no deal, and I call boss man up, and boss man say, hey, look here, man. You got a deal or what? As soon as I get on that plane, by the time I touch down, baby, it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. And that's what happened. Unfortunately, that's what happens. They put the ships out there. Boom, there we go. So I'm going to take Cuba. Let's make that. I'm going to take your country. One way or another. We're going to squeeze you. We ain't going to give you no oil. You ain't going to have no lights. You ain't going to be able to plow the field. We're going to squeeze you as a country. You're going to be forced to deal with us. You're going to be facing, your hospitals are going to close because they ain't going to have no electricity to treat the sick. Your hotels, whatever the hell you got going on over there, your food, all in bad shape. I'm going to take your country like that. I'm going to force you to make a deal with me, one way or the other. And what happened to a humanitarian? We are the humanitarian right country. We go in and get people who are in violation of human rights. My God. It's amazing. I mean, hey, listen, speaking of what's amazing, University of Miami basketball, I want to give a shout out to Coach. He took a team that won 7 games last year, came in, took his team to the first round. Yeah, we lost against Purdue. Yes, understandable. We want to win. Yes, we want to win. Those boys were in there crying, their little hearts broken because they wanted to go far. They wanted to go farther. They wanted to do it for the school. They wanted to keep up this winning thing that we've been doing so far as a program. as athletic department. And my hats goes off to them to turn that program around, like he turned that program around in 1 year. And I commend the athletic director for hiring this young man, 37-year-old young man. His dad was a prominent coach. And for him to be able to turn this program around that quick, I mean, you got to love it. I'm looking forward to next year. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and buy me a season ticket, me and my son. But I was thinking, man, I was like, and for all my UM fans, I was like, you know what? This is kind of hard. All those football games, the average University of Miami fan that traveled to, all those bowl games, I know your pocket's a little thin. And then now you got to travel to all these tournaments with the basketball team. So I was looking at the stands and the thing. I was like, the average University of Miami fan right now is tapped out. Football just took all their little vacation money right now. And who wants to go to the airport? I don't want to go nowhere near no airport. Matter of fact, I drove to Orlando. That's why I'm a little sick right now. I'm not trying to go to no airport. I'm actually turning down dates, appearances, whatever it is. I don't want no parts of the airport, especially Atlanta airport. I ain't sitting in no line for 4 hours. I will be subjected to getting a PJ. And the PJ price is probably out of control right now because they know most people don't want to sit in a 4-hour line. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And then you got air traffic controllers overworked because they're not getting paid. Well, I think it's just more the TSA people. I mean, come on. That's what we have in this country today. We're fighting with each other internally, and we're fighting other countries that most of us don't agree that we should be fighting. I mean, listen, and all this shit is in 1 year. Then they brought ICE. They say, oh, we're gonna bring ICE out to the airport. Man, I'm looking at the news reports because I want to know. I'm giving ICE the benefit of the doubt. Okay, ICE going up in there to help out. So the little man for CNN does a report. He's like, yo, ICE just walking around, making people uncomfortable. Because this is what this is what the problem is. These checking people in. It ain't but 6 lines open in Atlanta to check in hundreds of thousands of people. When you got maybe another 500 lines that you're gonna ICE, what you gonna do? You're gonna check the people in. Y'all gonna train ICE to check people in. And then shit gonna get bad. It's like ICE is his little military group that he sends. He has his own little Gestapo. I'm gonna call it what it is. He has his own little Gestapo. That's what Hitler had. Hitler had the Gestapo. And he would deploy the Gestapo all over the place to do all kind of things. And you see the Gestapo coming, Gestapo coming. They ain't coming with one thing. They're violating civil rights and the right. They got the right to unalive and all them different things like that. He has this little Gestapo. I'm going to send my Gestapo into the airport to straighten things out. What? They ain't checking nobody in. And do you want ICE checking people in? Well, they should be checking people in. Let's keep it a buck. They should take back their ass up behind that kiosk, and so they can know who's an American citizen and who's not. Let them go check the people in. Let them have it. Let them go and get because it's obvious that ICE don't know who's American citizen or not because they're arresting American citizens, people who've been here all their life, who got all their fucking documents. That might be the best place for ICE to go at. ICE go to the airport so you can check in all American citizens. They can bring you their ID and they can bring you their passport and they can stick it in your face and be like, yeah, you shouldn't be fucking with me because I speak Spanish. Or I speak Creole. Or I speak French. Or I speak some Dutch or whatever it is. Yeah, ICE. Here you go. And when you stick it into the machine, it shows that I have no priors. I have no criminal activity that I've done. So there's no reason you should be fucking with anybody coming through this airport. That's what they need to do with ICE. Because they have no idea who they did, locking up American citizens, people who served in the military. You're right. ICE, back your ass up to the kiosk. No, we don't need you patrolling. The police is doing that. That local municipality always patrol the airports. You want to do something? Get your ass over there. Let TSA train you up on how to sit on your ass at that thing and check them people in with their ID. Since you want to be all in people's business to know who is legal and who not. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my show. I enjoyed myself today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure y'all go to my YouTube page. That's Uncle Luke TV. Going on over there, Uncle Luke TV. And y'all like, share, subscribe over there to my Facebook fan page, Uncle Luke over there, Twitter, Uncle Luke Real One, X Uncle Luke Real One. And also Twitch. I'm on Twitch. I'm just over there. IG, shouts out to y'all over there. Yes. And I want you all to know one thing. Please make sure you go to my website. The website is up. It's cranking and all that. If you want to be a volunteer to the campaign, the Luke for Congress, hey, yes, we're running. Primaries in August. And we need all your support. We need you to volunteer. We need you to make donation. $5, that's all we ask for. Just make a $5 donation. If you believe in the cause, believe in what we're trying to do and what we're trying to get accomplished, just go on over there and make a nice donation. A lot of y'all making bigger donations than the $5. I'm telling you, just do $5. Y'all go in there punching all kind of numbers, 500,000 and all that. I love it. I thank you. I thank you. The money is not going to me. The money is going toward the campaign. And as you know, campaigns, you need money to run campaigns. You need money to buy commercials. You need to buy advertisements. You need to buy flyers. You need to buy posters. You need to pay people within the campaign who are working. You need the street teams and all that. All that stuff costs money. And so I encourage you guys to go visit my website, www.lukeforcongress.com. And go on over there, check out the platform, browse around, and you can get the t-shirts and all the merchandise and everything like that. That's a great way to make a campaign donation. Just buy a t-shirt. And portions of the t-shirt, the proceeds go over to the campaign. But thank you guys. I enjoyed it. I love it. Hopefully you guys have a great week. It's going to be very interesting once and for all. I'm sorry. But I'm going to work on this cold here. I'll be back on Wednesday, God willing, and Friday, back on the same station and back channel. I love you all. In the words of Walter Cronkite, the real reporter, may the good news be yours. Peace. I love you. Adios.
Where is he? Uncle Luke! 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 Make some motherfucking noise! Uncle like the big booty hoes, cute faces. Little nigga hit it on the first day basis. Niggas fake bitch kick game straight. Xing no down with the diamond name place on. Or in the path obsessed with diamonds glaring. Keep a nigga staring when you're wearing down a Karen. Or skipping shit to keep a nigga looking at you. In the bunk section, you can show off your tattoo. Even if you